Xavier, this is the first time you heard about portals.
I'm sitting there kind of just like,
So, long story short, I can get us pretty much right at the rim
The MPOS?
right now.
X,
huh?
he made you buy a boat ticket.
I remember that, and I tucked that away for possible revenge later.
Do you have MPOS?
Wait,
John, you didn't struggle with it though. You have more like heft to you, so you didn't actually end up jumping.
Okay, and I'm assuming also based on what I saw it for a little bit and also feeling the essence of that. I could tell.
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't say any of that, but sure.
have we seen anyone else in this area yet?
No, but you know that smoke column that's coming off of the comet is quite large and expansive. Surely it can be seen for miles.
Okay, I want to do a quick look around. I want to get onto like some sort of vantage point, and since it's becoming day, I want to see, like, try to like keep my profile low.
Unfortunately, you require glasses to see very far. So you know that like even before you head up, that you can't even see like John if you step away too far from him.
Okay, and I don't have like a telescope or glasses on my person.
Correct.
Okay, then I ignore that. Then I continue.
Would he have told us that he's like nearsighted or no?
You guys would have picked up on it already. It's pretty
Okay.
pretty easy to catch up on that kind of thing. You know, like if you come back from
You see
bathroom
this?
break, he's like, "Who
Yeah,
are you?"
hold on a second. I see it.
Yeah.
All
It's
right.
like my third character with blindness.
Do I sense a magical presence from the meteor?
Sorry.
Do I sense a magical presence from the meteor?
Um, give me a second.
And then I'll extend that question to: do I also sense some Saren in the area, too?
Um,
Can Saren sense Saren?
yeah, you sense Quinn for sure.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
And then you can sense other low range essence sources, but you don't know if they're Sarens or not. Some Sarens are just like so not powerful, John, that it's hard for you to tell. Like if you didn't see Quinn, you wouldn't know he was a Saren.
Okay, so he feels like
He's like a low threat Saren.
gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So like me asking him to hide his essence or sheath his essence wouldn't really help in this case.
It could, depending on the if you were fighting a Saren with particularly good like attunements. Yeah.
All right.
Like you're not like really good at searching things out in terms of people. Like you're not a good tracker. You're a good itemist.
Quinn, how do you pronounce your name again? I'm sorry.
Elasco? Is that?
Elaska.
Yeah, that essentially, yeah.
Elaska, do you happen to know how to sheath your essence? Ask him.
I recall.
No,
memory.
such a thing
don't-
seems useless.
Okay. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Well, if you're ever interested in learning how to do that, I'd be willing to teach you. It might have been a little bit more useful for this situation to stay undercover, but can't teach you right now.
Okay. I will take you up on that offer. When times are better.
All right.
Quinn, do you mention to Xavier's character that you want him to look or want her to look around?
Oh yeah, I'll propose it to the group. I'll say now that the sun's coming up, perhaps we could find a vantage point and look out into the desert and see if we see anyone else rushing towards the meteorite.
Is there a vantage point close to us at all, Michelle? Within like, say, like 20 feet?
It's all mostly going downhill, and this is all like random abandoned area, so there's no structures.
Okay, so we're probably like the highest point currently,
Yeah.
or one of the higher points.
That's a vantage.
Why?
Quinn, your wisdom.
Kind of see.
Quinn, your wisdom kicks in. You figure if you create a small wall, you might be able to create an artificial vantage point.
Yeah, I was literally just about to say that. I don't know the quality of the wall though, but I guess envision my tome and attempt to cast the wall spell inside of it.
Okay, so Quinn, you sit down and you go ahead and modify your spell real quick. So you actually create a range limiter for it. So you've now made it where when you input onto this new page, which has another variation of that wall spell, you can now set it into 3 different sections: 10%, 50%, 100%. So you can tell me that you produce a 10% wall and see what that makes now with that variation.
Okay, I'll attempt to create a 10% wall. And would I also be able to take it another step further, and instead of doing a horizontal wall, make it a vertical wall, like a 10% vertical wall? Sort of like a pillar?
Oh, you just want a straight pillar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, I was very confused. All right. Yeah. You go ahead and modify it, and you create a pillar at 10%, 50%, 100%, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you create a 10% pillar. It's about 8 feet tall.
Okay. I look over to Munair and I say, if you want to get up on top of this pillar, we can help boost you up. It would be a decent vantage point to scavenge the area, to look around at the area.
So X, you saw him produce a complete sandstone structure just now.
I say that's a pretty neat skill. If you could make like a shorter one, I should be able to like kind of just jump up, climb up, and scale it, so you guys can keep on walking, and I'll just catch up with you guys.
We'll keep heading in that direction.
Yeah, that way there's always movement. I'm pretty sure I can catch up before we. I'm pretty sure I can catch up to you guys easier than you can catch up to me.
And 4. I start walking.
I attempt to go make a smaller, maybe perhaps 5% pillar.
You'd have to remodify your pages. Plus, you have a limited amount of pages, so you have 150 pages.
Oh shit! Okay. And it takes a full page for each thing.
Yeah, it takes the full page for each new variation of a spell.
May I make a suggestion to you two as players, even though my character's walking away right now?
Quinn can accept any help if he chooses, but he has to accept it.
Yeah, I'll accept your help.
Just make the pillar under X's feet.
Okay.
Instead of him having to climb it, he should be able to jump down from 8 feet into sand.
Does my character wisdom kick in, stating that perhaps making a pillar underneath his feet would result in injury?
It could if he wasn't prepared for it.
Okay. I look over to Munair and I say, perhaps it'll be easier if I just make a pillar underneath your feet to get you up there instead. I can't necessarily make another smaller pillar.
I say, cool, and I kind of just are okay, and I like prep myself.
Okay. I sit down and I once again envision my tome, and I attempt to make a...
You already have the spell created. You don't need to do it again.
Oh, I don't need to envision at all? Okay. I'll
activate it.
Okay, I'll activate the 5% vertical pillar again.
All right. Xavier, you're suddenly thrusted 8 feet.
I try to maintain my balance.
It was kind of fast, so you end up doing like a hop.
Yeah, I definitely try to maintain my balance as I land, and kind of also do it like gracefully, so it doesn't look like I was struggling.
You do so. You almost fall because your puppet arm isn't as heavy as your other arm. You have like a naturally bad acrobatics roll. If you can
of course. No hups, just hups. All right, so I guess while they seek walk, I scan the horizon, Michelle, for any signs of like if there's people traveling, dust, smoke, fire. So yeah,
it seems like you gotten unlucky. You immediately identify an El-Kael traveling band. So El-Kaels are from the Black Deserts, which you guys are like currently in, kind of, sorta, right? And they're very known vicious marauders. And they seem to have like a whole ass caravan, which means that there were likely merchants that saw the comet and will now strip it for everything it has.
Far are they?
They're pretty far ahead, but they're not in any rush. They seem confident that they'll arrive and be able to arrive in force. So maybe if you move fast enough, you could possibly get there first.
I'm already walking there. I have no
idea. I like Quinn and John. I continue walking.
Do you go ahead and yell out at him?
I'm still here
no.
with him because I had to make the tome for him.
Just a re-reference, because I know distancing's a little rough in Mind Game. They're way out. They're anywhere near y'all. They can't hear y'all. You'd have to like fucking comment at them in order for them to get their attention.
Okay, so yeah, I guess. I mean, is there anything else at all of note while I'm up here?
Hey, hot question. Were you able to see the crater?
Okay, so you continue looking around. You see that in the distance there are some set of rough, like what looks like mountainous terrain. So there's probably some canyons spit up, or maybe it's just a mirage, but it looks something like that.
Okay, and that's all things of note.
Yeah.
All right, so I hop down, and I kind of tell. Blah, I'm having a stroke. I'm dying. Lascal.
They're quite a bit ahead of you now. Do you
I kind of give like the little jog commands so we can catch up with Ivard.
Okay.
Ivar.
Yep, you're catching up. You're within yell distance. Do you say anything in yell distance, or do you continue going until you're in speech distance?
I continue going until we're in speech distance.
All right, you do so. Alaska, you hear her kind of like hurrying. She slips a couple times.
I look back and I attempt to meet her halfway.
Oh, you turn around? Okay.
Yeah, I turn around and I go back after.
Oh, I say, don't turn around. No.
No walk.
Okay, I'll follow her orders.
I'll catch up with you guys. All right. So,
I'll slow my pace. I'll slow my pace so she can catch up.
All right.
Okay.
You can tell that he's slowing down, and you have no idea where Johnny Boy is.
He kept on trucking. Okay. So once I catch up with Eliscal, I'm like, we gotta catch up to Ivard. There's a.
You guys see him.
He's Marauder band.
He's falling a little bit up ahead.
I go to start jogging to catch up with fucking Ivor.
Johnny Boy, your character is suddenly going through what looks like heat exhaustion. There we go. Thank you. Character's going through heat exhaustion. He went down. So you're like delirious. He's been drinking a lot of water, guys. He's just not used to being out in this like beaming desert.
Okay.
I had wraps on me.
You do, yeah.
Damn, even with that.
I mean, you can only do so much, even like with protection. It's like the old saying: you can only take off so many clothes, but you can always put on more layers.
You figure it's hitting him especially bad because he never went to sleep.
So once I catch up with Ivor.
Johnny, so you're one of the Sarens that has a technique that's able to replenish his energies using consuming his own essence.
All right. Once I notice I am in that state that I'm like, oh shit, I start using my own essence to replenish my myself.
Okay. You both notice that his eyes start to glow a soft blue, and they have like a constant sheen, like they kind of like reflect blue as well. And his whole like body begins to like kind of mist a little bit of blue, and then eventually that stops, and he seems a little bit better.
So what would I call that? Out of curiosity, like arcane something?
You can call it whatever you like, John. That's just like it's like an ability. It's not really a
I just imagined in my head like how people, if you look at like the surge protector, how there's the meme of like the surge protector's plugged into itself. And it's just unlimited power.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, so I catch up, or once we're all together, and I kind of fill everybody in on what I saw about the possible canyons up ahead / mountains and the Black Desert online raiding party.
Do you say the actual tribe name or no?
Yes.
Okay, you guys are all aware of the El Kael. They're like legendary marauders.
I just give up on trying to spell Michelle shit. I try. I think that's what matters the most.
I think back on as we're walking. I think back on some of the stories I might have heard, and I just sort of think to myself about what sort of things I've heard about these marauder groups, like trade-wise and stuff.
So they're pretty. They're ultimately merchants. Yeah, they ultimately deal in trade, but the way that they get their goods, because their land is so barren, is they usually just kill others and then trade once their caravan arrives at like another major outpost. So like they take people's things on the road.
Are they known to be intelligent or gullible?
No, I mean they're known for their brutality and their agileness.
Did it look like a big number of people, or kind of just like a typical size like merchant party?
You don't know the exact numbers; they were too far away. You suspect, just from this like the general size of everything, that there's maybe 12 tops. But if you're wrong, like you could see it go as far as 30. That's if for some reason you weren't like judging the distance right.
Yeah, I'm just saying like between 10 and 30, and I let them know if we rush, like sprint or go faster, we could probably outpace them. But that's up to you guys as well, because I know we're all kind of a little bit tired. But you know,
little question for you: did you actually see the crater when you were up 8 feet high?
I did not see the crater, but I still did see the smokestack. Which Michelle, was it past the canyons or not?
You did see the crater. You did see the crater.
Oh,
yeah. You saw like the wreckage ground where the comet must have struck, and you saw like the general outside layer of the crater. So like you could say that you saw the crater, but it's not necessarily true. Like you know what I mean, like the levels of sand and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Question for you.
Huh?
Question for you, Michelle.
Yeah. What's up?
Are we still treating my portals the way you recently put? Like I can only use so many per day because of the consumption, or are we?
Yeah, that's all still true.
So I'm assuming about 4 a day.
Yeah, and we can say because you just cannibalized yourself a little bit that you're probably already down to 3, and just off of general energy levels, you're already down to 2. Because remember, you require some amount of physical exertion.
Yeah. All right. So I have a suggestion for the group.
We're having this conversation while we're still walking, presumably.
Yeah.
I assumed, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay,
we're
good.
still walking.
Oh, okay. That was necessary. That was a good command, Quinn, because I did not know you were moving.
Yeah, I had a feeling that you were going to try to get us on that one, so that's fine.
He was going to try and Michelle us.
Yep.
So I can make a portal to that location if I see where I need to put the portal. Only thing is, I can only do it about 2 more times today, especially since I'm exhausted. So...
Xavier, this is the first time you heard about portals.
I'm sitting there kind of just like...
So, long story short, I can get us pretty much right at the rim.
The MPOS?
Right now. Okay.
X.
Huh?
He made you buy a boat ticket.
I remember that. And I tucked that away for possible revenge later.
The MPOS.
So then he also could have portaled on those pillars that I made way back there, right?
Yeah. You're like, portals?
I can only use them a certain amount of time a day, or it burns me out. And
that would have been a good time to use the portals back there on the vantage point with the pillars. What exactly do your portals do?
Pretty much takes you from point A to point B.
Can you take multiple people through?
Yes, but it costs a lot of mana for essence. Yeah. And I only have enough in me to get us there. And then choose another point from here to another place that I am thinking of. Michelle, have I found the Terra yet?
You guys have already... You guys just came from the Terra, essentially.
I can portal us back to the Terra.
So you have enough energy to portal us once. We wouldn't be able to portal there and then portal out?
I only have enough to be able to portal us from here to the meteor, and then from the meteor to the Terra. 2 trips. I only have enough for 2 trips, and that's it. I can't cast any more spells in between this.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, if we get into a combat fight, I cannot cast any spells to protect us or fight back. I literally need to make the portal and make sure you guys get through it.
So perhaps we should use the portal as an escape then. Would the Elk The LKL.
LKL.
Kill. Will the Marauders be able to follow us through the portal?
No, I'll be able to close it as soon as we're done with it. There has been no one that has been able to trace me.
Okay, so perhaps we should just use that as an escape route then, so you can still cast a few spells if we get into trouble.
Xavier, you're the leader here, technically.
Yeah.
I continue walking, and I wait for X's response.
And I say, I also say, make sure if we are going to use this portal to escape, that you don't tire yourself out, and you leave enough essence for this portal, as it is our lifeline.
Yep. Already ahead of you.
Perfect.
I'm going to DM pause until Xavier's return.
So that means if I portal us there, and we run into issues, I cannot defend myself if we want to use a portal to get out.
Mm.
Okay? Because I can only portal us from where we are to the crater of the meteorite, and then I can also portal us from the meteor all the way back to the Terra, which is what I consider our safe point. Or, if you want, I can bring us back to that tomb.
And to reiterate, I kind of rewrote history a little bit. So you guys did your talk, and that wasn't the night the meteorite came. Instead, you guys did your talk. Meteorite came when you guys actually found the Terra, like after they found the Terra. So you guys are camping, getting ready to like return or something. We haven't decided. You just saw the meteorite and went, "Oh, we're going for the meteorite right now."
I mean, if we can head back to the Terra, that kind of cuts out any risk. I'm willing to give up the tomb for now to kind of head back to safety and rest. If we can make this trip end faster.
Yeah, because if you recall,
seems like the most logical thing.
If you recall, you guys just repulsed the White Scorpions from the Terra and are afraid of the Terra being assaulted by the White Scorpions at some point.
It kind of makes sense to get back to ASAP.
Yeah, so...
Especially because you promised
Who?
The Naiad.
Any promise you make, I kind of, gotta make sure you keep.
Yeah.
I'm cool with that idea. I don't know what Quinn's idea is.
So...
the portaling out idea?
So Quinn wanted John to be able to fight with you guys. You guys travel on foot. When you arrive at the comet and collect what you need, John can portal you out with his remaining energy. That's Quinn's plan.
Yeah, so option A is Quinn's idea of that, which is walking the rest of the way like we've been, and then portaling out once we are done. The second option is we get me on a pillar, portal us, and then after we're done, portal back.
Okay, so taking in the Michelle factor. So yeah. I did tell you guys we would have to sprint to catch up to these guys. They were far, far away, which may tire Dawn out more. Which means Michelle may try to play us and say, "Oh, you're too tired to use your portal."
Yeah, I agree. And just
just to like, Michelle, am I pulling from the battery, or
no? You're not. You have not pulled from the battery.
I switch over to the battery to rejuvenate me.
You can't rejuvenate off of the battery source.
I can't use that source as...
Correct.
And I can't use the battery to help cast a portal, right?
No, you can source with the battery. I think the battery is 1/4. You said, right? Sure. If the battery is 1/4, if anything goes wrong mechanically with the battery, your portal will fail. That's the only exception to it. But it can cast one for like a minute.
Okay, 2 Eratus batteries that are 1/4 of my total essence cap.
Yeah, if it's a 1/4, it can cast one. Literally one for like a single minute.
Oh, so that would just get us there. If he did do that.
Yeah, I bring up the fact that I have these essence batteries. I only have one full.
He pulls out what looks like a futuristic bauble. It looks like a capsule, like a glass capsule surrounded by machinery. And when he opens it up, the machinery moves and quakes out of the way to reveal the orb that's inside. And it's like in the center of that capsule is a glowing ball of energy, more or less, swirling. It's like ethereal blue.
I'm like, that thing is not dangerous, is it?
If it breaks, probably.
If
And what does that battery do? Or what does
It
that
holds
thing do?
onto my essence. So let's say I get tired, I can use that instead.
But you got to charge it yourself.
Yeah. So it does cost a quarter of my essence, but since I already put a quarter in it and I was full for this trip, we have a little leeway.
So we have a free jump.
We technically have a free portal, yes, for 1 minute.
Portaling would probably be the best option then.
Wood getting Michelle.
Nah. I reassess Quinn's essence type to make sure, like, if there's any possible traits that could disrupt the portal.
Oh, you're looking at him? He's not going to disrupt portal usage.
I also double check X.
Okay. When you say them, you're more so examining their gear, right?
Gear and also possible essence, like maybe a hint of demonic.
All right, John just full starts spacing out at you guys.
I just sigh.
He halts the march, by the way, so he can look at your gear.
Did I find anything?
You don't think so, but you don't really know. You need to like handle their things.
All right, hey guys, do you mind if I take a look at your equipment?
We don't really have much time to spare.
Yeah, how long will this take?
If you guys don't have anything that could disrupt portals, pretty fast, because then we can use the portal using the battery to get there.
Well, if we just try to portal now, then we can tell if we're disrupting the portal or not.
That pretty much costs your life if a portal collapses. That's why I spaced out, I'm sorry. You do not want to have a portal collapse, especially when you're in it. So please let me just quickly examine your equipment. Do you guys have anything magical or special?
I have a
Possibly
flute.
demonic? Alright, I quickly inspect that.
I have a flute that can be great.
The flute's very interesting, John. You want to keep it.
Nah, I hand it back. I'm like, I need to keep working on this. Come on.
Anything else, guys?
Like,
Oh, do I have anything, Michelle?
I mean, he said
myself is just normal.
He said possibly demonic, so your wisdom would kick in and tell you maybe your puppet arm.
I have some magic from the Shadowlands kind of in me. Is that gonna fuck it up?
Where on you?
Inside of me.
John wants to inspect it. You can tell, Alex.
I need to be able to inspect it.
I say, like, my person.
Me, Tarzan.
Please.
Yeah,
like,
assuming you take him literally, John, then you don't suspect it'll be a problem. Or you take her literally, excuse me. Because you don't sense anything about her that's erratic enough to destroy the portal.
Michelle, wisdom check on that, please.
Wisdom check what? I mean, I just told you your wisdom check. Assuming that you take her literally, which is her, Tarzan, then yeah, she should be fine. And as far as the medals and so on that she's carrying, it doesn't appear to be volcanic in nature, so you think it will be fine.
All right.
Actually, John, you spot a thing.
Yes.
Quinn's clothing contains a few not bearings, but like rings, like decorative rings, and those are actually volcanic enough to disrupt.
Is there a way that we can like cover those up and still have them go through?
Yeah, you have some spare ethereal bindings. You can technically cover it with that.
All right. Quinn.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to wrap those rings up in these ethereal bindings.
If you think that's what'll make it safe to portal, absolutely. Yes. And I hand over the rings.
Okay, you detach them.
Sure that happens.
The 3 rings are bound.
I look to X and I'm like,
at this point, by the way, I've resumed the march.
Okay.
No. You need to make a pillar before so I can see where we are going to portal.
We're portaling now. Okay.
I double check X one final time.
Yeah, you don't see anything on X.
I look at X straight in the eyes, I should say. Are you absolutely sure there's nothing demonic or anti-magic in you? And I do the air quotes.
Michelle, my wisdom, I don't think I have anything, right?
The puppet arm is the only thing that comes to your mind.
Only the kind of magic, like, kind of inside of me a little bit is like the only thing that magical that's on me. And Shadowland stuff. I don't know if that's demonic or not.
Do I have enough ropes to just hand them to him? It's like, wrap whatever you think it is.
You have some amount of rope left. I suppose you could just toss her the leftover. X, you get like it's not enough to cover your arm. You could like do the very light wrapping if you get what I'm saying. Like, it's more decorative than anything else.
Oh God! I mean, fuck it.
All right.
YOLO.
All right.
I'm gonna need to be pillared up.
Okay. I'm assuming all three of us need to be pillared up to enter this portal anyways, right?
I just need line of sight, and then after I get that sight, I can make a portal down on the ground for you guys.
Okay. You couldn't modify it quick enough, you think? Oh, I mean, you could if you wanted to sit down and scroll again.
Who, me?
Yeah, remember, you'd have to modify it in order to get a bigger, like, plateau.
Okay. If John's idea where he can make the pillar on the ground is true, then I'll just do that.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay, we should be fine.
John,
Okay.
you're lifted up.
Alright, catch myself because I'm assuming the speed was just like last time for X.
Yeah,
and once I pillar him up before he makes the pillar, I say just because of maybe we all shouldn't enter this portal at the same time, and we should go one by one just in case something happens.
John, you didn't struggle with it though. You have more like heft to you, so you didn't actually end up jumping.
Okay, and I'm assuming also based on what I saw it for a little bit, and also feeling the essence of that. I could tell.
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't say any of that, but sure. You have this nasty habit of adding details. That's what the DM is saying.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is everyone up here with me, or are they down on the ground?
Down on the ground.
Alright. I look to where the crater is. I look for a suitable spot for me to kind of set up my portal.
Okay. Where do you make the portal around you guys?
I'm going to make it down on the ground.
Okay.
Is my wisdom kicking in on this?
No, you're fine. So you see him like digitally project like a hologram of the projected area that he's predicting, and he quickly does like in the air some arithmetic, and he finds his math true, and suddenly a portal appears before y'all.
While he's doing this, I want to take a very careful note.
I'm using the battery as the source, Michelle.
You have no idea what he's doing. It's like so much complicated magic. It's crazy.
Okay, I will still try to have it like ingrained as a memory.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, Michelle, just to make sure it's clear, I'm using the battery as the source.
For the portal.
Yes.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, we got 1 minute.
Okay. Who goes first?
Quinn, you're first.
Okay.
X, do you catch John? You suspect he's going to have a hard time getting down.
Yeah, I prep myself to catch the baby.
John, you see her move into position. Do you leap down at her?
Thank you, caretaker. Jump down.
All right, you guys do the act. She catches you. You land. All three of you rush to the portal. Yeah.
Quinn goes in first.
Yeah, I go first.
All right, Quinn. When you enter in, no one warned you that you should enter in slowly, so you end up like ricocheting off the portal.
Oh. Walk slowly.
Sorry. I'll enter very slowly now. I'll take my time.
All right, you see that it's kind of like
not too much time, obviously, but
you see that it's hitting like into like a really like strong waterfall type situation. So like you end up getting like more absorbed into it than you actually end up walking through it.
Okay. I let it absorb me.
Mm-hmm.
Michelle, can I start having a countdown when he said we have 1 minute and just start counting to 1 minute?
Yeah, you're counting.
Okay.
Quinn makes it through quite nicely, and then you two end up making it through together. And pretty much right as X counts down, like and exits, her like foot is just barely not completed, and phew, it closes.
What?
No, it doesn't catch her foot. It just catches some of her boot. It ends up searing it off entirely.
Oh, that was a close one. All right, note to self: don't use these for portals as often.
It was barely got 3 people through, John.
Barely's better than not.
Goodness.
So we're alive.
Good.
But yeah, you guys are now at the comet site. Immediately, a strong odor hits y'all. Quinn, you just like immediately vomit upon exiting when you entered.
Okay.
You don't think it's from the comet. You think it's from the portal.
Yeah, I go.
You're having like a general dizziness.
And pat him on the back, like, it's okay. I used to throw up on my first portals. That's a lie. Walk on.
All right, you're wandering around. The strong odor is very pungent, and it's very distasteful. Quinn, you end up like kind of refocusing and looking around. You don't really see much of anything. It just looks like a bunch of like broken up earth. A lot of minerals and things like that, or things of that nature, right? Like glinting metals type look, right? Mm-hmm. And X, as you look around, you see what looks like a statue of like an arm.
Like creeping at the ground.
Yeah.
I kind of point that out and I head over to it.
Okay. Apparently,
I'm gonna go over here as.
Watch out! This stuff could be really hot still.
She sees something and moves towards it.
Johnny, I'm being careful if John says that of my now fucking ruined boot.
It's not fully ruined. It's just like a little clipping.
Okay, that's still, it's not gonna provide full protection now.
Yeah.
It's like the heel. Like, were you wearing high heels in the desert?
No.
X, when you approach the hand structure, a small little demon appears, or what looks like a demon. He's like kind of shadowy, reminiscent to something you might see in the Shadowlands, and he says, "Mine," and points at your arm.
I'm just sitting there, just like, what? No, this is my arm.
Mine. He starts dancing on the statue of the palm.
That makes no sense. It's my arm, not yours.
Mine.
What are you doing? What are you? Who are you? Are you from the Shadowlands?
Oh. He ends up kind of like dissipating, and you can tell his essence is just generally approaching your arm.
Fuck. Shit. My brain. No, I was eating jerky. Do I have? Can I move my arm? Can I move myself away from the essence approaching? Kind of step back from the statue.
Yeah, you step back. Are you going to go into like a full sprint away? Because the essence seems to like kind of beckon outward from you when it realizes you don't want it.
What do you mean beckon outward from me?
So like it goes out and away, and curls back towards the palm statue.
I don't run. I don't sprint from. I kind of just put a little bit of space. It's like, oh, answer my questions first.
It like kind of appears near the palm again, and it says mine. Mine.
Any other word besides mine?
It doesn't seem so. By the way, you guys hear this in the background, just like a muffled.
I was saying, Iverd.
You okay, X? I yell over as I'm wandering around.
I shout to Iverd. I'm touching sketchy stuff. I can't portal again. And I'm just gonna walk towards it.
Wait, why?
You said I can't portal and walk towards it. All right. The thing billows out into like that essence smoke thing again, and then the statue breaks apart and reattaches, lining up your arm. So it creates like a stone outer surface.
On top of what's already there, or
yeah. So your puppet arm has like a lightweight like stony surface now. It looks like obsidian.
Above like the clothes or under clothes.
It's underneath the clothes technically. So it's underneath the sleeve and the gauntlet.
Is this annoying little shit talking still?
No, it stopped talking entirely.
So it made its way through the wrapping that he put on as well.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really say a wrapping. It was more just like decoration.
It was like a decorative bow tie more or less. But yeah, it made it past that as well.
I sit there and wait to see what the fuck's going to happen to me. I'm gonna get Michelle.
No, As far as you can tell, it was your wish come true. It seems to have reinforced your puppetry in a way that was unknown. It's using some kind of stone tech.
Yeah, I want to look around the site.
All right. As you look around, you begin just like hearing murmurs in your head, and suddenly you start envisioning a whole new series of a whole new series of inscriptions. You have now unlocked fire inscriptions.
Fire inscriptions. Okay, I want to sit down with my tome open, and I want to start writing in as much as what I'm envisioning as I can.
Okay. I'll give you some new spells. All of these are happening in separate encounters. Johnny, roll me a d12 when you get the chance.
I got you. Finally, I get to roll.
Ooh. Fingers crossed for good RNG, John.
Yep, same here.
Let's go! Let's go!
I missed it. Let me see. Oh shit!
What was it?
12.
Nice. So as you're wandering around, John, you find okay. So when you see it, it's just like flickering across the rainbow spectrum of colors. You got to choose the one that you want.
Why you do this to me, Michelle?
Don't be greedy.
I mean, technically, I know the right answer is like.
Hey, make it so I can go through your portal.
Okay, so Quinn, the way it works is now that you know some fire spells, you have that inscription. So like, okay, there's a major tree of inscriptions. You have now unlocked another major tree by fire inscription, which means you can, when you go to invent spells, you can now invent in the fire inscription tree.
What was my previous inscription? Sand?
Sand, yep.
Okay, perfect.
Question, Michelle.
Yeah.
I can't choose Deep Arcane, right?
But yeah, Deep Arcane Crystal, you got it.
All right, I guess I don't choose.
The thing, well, you did choose. You remember, if you ask questions, that's a choose.
Yeah.
You suddenly see it like condense inward and create a teardrop. The teardrop is beautiful and is holding a ridiculous amount of power.
So this is our our nuclear deterrent, guys.
You received the tier of Deep Arcane. By the way, you can't let that thing touch anything at all, ever.
Like even me? Like how?
Yeah, it can't touch physical things. It'll like delete it. So you're like arcane holding it at the moment. You have to like physically hold it with your arcane or something.
I start walking back to John's character and I'm like, hey, can you check on my arm?
Yeah, as I float the arcane thing.
What's that? Michelle, does it look nice?
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah. It would be like the crowning jewel of an emperor.
I just started making my way back to John.
Yeah, you three meet back up in the middle of the comet. There's treasures all abound, by the way, guys. You don't really notice it over your own treasure, but there's treasures everywhere in this comet.
Oh, then I definitely begin looking for treasures all around.
All right.
Any weapons?
Yeah, feel free to roll d12s if you guys suddenly decided that your jewels isn't enough.
I mean, just for loot.
Bastard. Yeah, I'm a greedy bastard.
All right, I'm gonna go for it too.
Alrighty, so Quinn with 5 out of 12. He goes ahead and finds himself a couple of scrolls, which seem to indicate other hidden tombs. Johnny, you go ahead and find with a 4 out of a 1d12 a small little golden scarab, which is beset with a jewel inside that seems to be able to hold some amount of essence, and the essence of it is unknown, but it appears to be some form of implement. And Xavier, when you go into the treasure box, that is the comet. That is the comet. You find yourself. What? I don't actually know you well enough, I think, to like know what you would like. What is the kind of things that you like?
Depends on what you mean.
Like what kind of thing would you be like hoping to get, or hoping to? I guess it would be like a warrior thing.
I guess, yeah, something to kind of help me stay protected and live longer. To
Okay.
avoid being anything to boost my luck to avoid being Michelle.
Anything to boost your luck, he says, while consuming luck.
Yeah.
Oh, you do not.
Wait, I didn't know. Okay, you know what? We'll just play.
Keep
We'll
my
just
mouth
go
shut.
with it.
That'd be metagaming if I say anything else.
It's all good.
So, you end up
Michelle
getting
kinda put me in.
you end up getting a bandolier. The bandolier has metal platings alongside of it, which appear to be some kind of like silver metal type engrainment. And when you like see it and feel it, it feels like it's going to be able to improve your like general ability to carry things.
Oh, it's not kind of like a strength boosting thing.
And like I said, it looks really prestigious, right?
Yeah. Is there any way I can put that under the sash that old boy gave me, so it's kind of hidden, or move the sash so it's over the bandolier?
Oh, the ribbon thing that your boyfriend gave you?
God, you don't have to. We're cool. I don't even got my boyfriend. Not committed to nothing. I ain't married.
That's like a single little thing. That would be like a handkerchief. It's not like a big thing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay, can I kind of put it under like my armor then, so it's kind of hidden?
If you have armor, yeah.
I think I bought armor.
I don't think you do. I could be wrong. I don't think you did armor. No, you just did shield and weapons.
Oh, then my dumb ass. Fuck. All right, well, I put it under my fucking clothes then.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, it would go over your clothes.
Okay, then I just put it on.
Yeah.
TLDR.
You go ahead and tighten it. It appears to be the perfect fit.
I look at you, my two companions. Is there any way you can blow up everything else so anybody else that gets here doesn't get anything?
I was saying the exact same thing. And
Um,
I do have a.
how much time has passed, Michelle?
You realize a lot more than you guys had initially realized. When you guys go looking through the treasure, you realize that you spent more time looking for things than you actually meant to. You quickly realize that that it's already approaching midday, which is basically like several hours later.
Okay.
And we have maybe a couple hours left.
I
no.
say less.
I'd
say we have within 30 minutes.
I say less than that.
Yeah.
Let me inspect your arm.
I kind of hold up my arm to John.
When you look upon it, John, you can see that its power is extraordinary, but it is not demonic.
Can I identify the type or no?
I don't think so. Can you?
I mean, based on what I heard, but my character didn't hear it, I would guess Shadow.
Nope.
Okay.
It's space. Space.
All right.
I want to speak up. I want to speak up quickly and say, in case I might have learned some new spells that could help aid us in either one of two things with this meteorite. I can attempt to destroy it with one of the new spells I've learned, or I could attempt to sort of clone it and make it appear as if it isn't here anymore.
What do you mean clone it?
I could attempt to use some type of mirage to stealth it or camouflage it from the rest of, or just in general.
How long would the spell last?
I'm not sure. Or I could attempt to destroy it.
From what you know of the Mirage spell, Quinn, you don't believe it would be useful in this instance.
Okay. That leaves us with destroying it then. If we wish to destroy this area so the Marauders can't salvage anything from it, I can attempt to do so.
If that'll take time or energy, I think we should just get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw one hot take at you, Quinn. I'm like talking.
Mm-hmm.
While they're discussing, I'm actively like looking around Michelle for any signs of anything bad.
All right, you climb some of the things. You can see that the caravan is indeed on its way. It's probably like 5-10 minutes out.
All right, I slide back or head back to them. We got 5.
Are you able to do a mass sandstorm?
I can
mass like pulling all these rocks and stuff underground so no.
I can cast a spell called Desecrate Land.
I think that just makes the land like shitty.
Wait,
also,
Quinn, when you say that, are you looking through your book?
Yeah, I'm looking through my book.
Do you show him your book?
No, I don't show him my book.
Okay.
Michelle, do I know how many people I saw the caravan? Now that they're closer?
No, you didn't have a good vantage point. You can see like their caravan approaching, but you didn't actually see them.
Okay. Damn. Okay, yeah. Both have been.
Well, it's up to you guys. We can escape on these portals and not be greedy, or you could attempt to screw these marauders.
I say we don't make any more enemies than we need to.
Okay, I'll trust your judgment.
I start preparing to make a portal back to the Terra.
Okay. You have to relocate your spell source. The comet's energies are kind of creating its own field at this point.
Okay.
So you quickly realign, and then after that process, you guys see that he has to reconfigure his whole essence in this new like biome, essentially.
Okay.
The 5 minutes while we're doing all this, can I roll again?
yeah.
Oh, it's so green.
Oh, actually, no. Never mind. That's not.
yeah,
I got so much stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. And last time we didn't realize how long we were searching through it, so that would.
Well, I said within the 5 minutes, so it'd be like a quick dash, but that's probably gonna cost more than less. But yeah.
Especially if you find something cool.
Trying to avoid being Michelle, I get Michelle'd anyway.
All right, but the portal is formed.
Can I walk through this one easy?
Where is the portal formed to, by the way, John?
On the Terra, I would like it in. How about the secret room that we found some of the relics?
That's
like
back at the Golden City. If you're talking about relics.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was part of the Terra.
No.
You
can go to the ethereal tomb in the moon. The ethereal tomb has presumably not been found still.
I'll keep that as a backup.
Okay.
Trying to remember. What are some nice large rooms that are safe?
Isn't there like a common hall in the Terra?
Yeah, the Terra
Yeah.
has a main like cathedral type structure that you could port to. You could port to random countryside in a moon.
I mean, like on the Terra.
You said what?
Like, is there like a outside garden on the Terra?
No, the Terra is entirely buried. It's sand covered.
Okay, then I'll pick a room that I know is safe.
In the Terra?
Yeah.
Okay, cathedral. All right, portal's opened.
And you can close this once you're done with it, right?
Yeah. No one's going to be able to track it, especially with this wacky stuff going around it, I'm assuming.
Who enters?
And I'm gonna be fine this time, right?
You were fine last time.
Okay. Obviously, I didn't have different stuff on me.
Yeah, that's why I checked your arm. Because it changed, and you passed.
All right, Alaska, you first.
I slowly enter the portal.
All right, you enter through. This time handling it much better, Quinn.
Nice.
And then I guess we go through.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
You guys go ahead and exit and arrive at the like buried Terra. The Terra itself, the cathedral roof, is somewhat leaking sand, but that's pretty normal. It's also very dim, obviously.
After I turn around, take a look through the portal, see if I see anything.
No, just close it. Just close it.
Close that portal.
Close.
Michelle, I get a command.
They're yelling at you to close it.
I'm closing it. I'm just taking a look.
You're not looking through it as in looking putting your head through, right, John? You're looking through it
I'm looking because I have the sight.
Yeah. But at the moment, I'm presuming you're making it easy for them and just making it clear, or have you been disguising it?
Well, normally people can't see through it. Period.
No, that's what I'm saying. Because you were teaching them to use the portal, I presume that you're making it clear and visible.
Oh. Okay, I guess we can do that.
Okay. So yeah, everyone can see that you can see through the portal. You can see the destination.
Okay.
So he's literally just looking through the portal, like a glass, and then he closes.